So it's RSP time, and with that comes a lot of questions. One question I get often is, should I invest in an RSP or should I invest in a tax-free savings account? And my answer to that, like a lot of answers I'm going to give you during this, is it depends. So what does it depend on? First of all, if you are making $50,000 or less, it might make sense to invest into a tax-free savings account simply because under $50,000, you're already in a quote unquote low tax bracket. Future you is going to be making hopefully a lot more than that, and you're going to be at a higher tax bracket. So if you were to save, say, 21% on your RSP contribution now, by the time you retire in 20, 30, 40 years, you might be in a much higher tax bracket. So you didn't really get the benefit of getting the tax refund for making that contribution. If you put it into a tax-free savings account, what's going to happen is you pay a little bit of tax on it now from income, and then it goes into an investment which hopefully will grow over the next 10, 15, or 20 years. And then when you do need that to supplement your retirement, you can take it out and there's zero taxation on that at all. Now, if you're making over $50,000, chances are you're going to be in that sweet spot where when you do retire, you're going to be in the same tax bracket, if not a little bit higher or a little bit lower. It depends on how much you make right now and depends on how much your lifestyle is going to be when you actually want to retire. So a situation might come up where you're 5 years away from retirement, you're making $80,000, and you're in that middle income tax bracket between $49,000 and $80,000. It's actually the same amount. So whether you're making $52,000 or you make $80,000, you're paying, we'll call it 31% in taxation. So when you do retire and you start taking your retirement income from your RSPs, from your pensions, from your old age security, and from your CPP, you might actually be at about $50,000, which is the same tax bracket you were in when you were making $80,000. So does that make any sense to defer taxes in the same tax bracket for 5, 6, or 7 years? Likely not. Still might be a good idea to get a tax refund, but maybe you do both. Maybe you do a couple $1,000s to your RSP, maybe you do a couple thousand to your tax-free. So then you pay the taxes now, the same amount you pay in 5 years anyways. It goes into an investment, much like the investment that you have for your RSP, and it grows from there. And by the time you take it out, your taxes are not applicable. It's a tax-free account. You don't have to pay any taxes on it. So you get the benefit of having it grow long-term and never having to pay for it to supplement your retirement.